You're so much better than my last.
Oh, you guys are still here.
Freaking people from Florida, I tell you.
If I were you, I'd watch yourself, Snug. I would watch yourself. You want to know why? Because I'm a superhero now.
Oh, yeah,
Okay?
that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. That shit was clean, dude. It looked like straight off the movie type shit, you know?
You also did that. You also did that laugh that sounds like Seth Rollins and Joker mixed.
The cool thing about that suit is that the way they engineered it, so they own the patent on the four-way stretch fabric, and that whole suit is made out of actual sheep leather. That suit took a month to make and get here. That's a full custom tailored suit for me now, but they still fucked up my tailoring, so now I have to get it tailored again while it's here just to resize a little bit. But that suit is $400. This is before my discounts. That suit's $400. Tomorrow I'm dropping $300 on all the accessories. It was $50 shipping. It'll be $50 shipping again. Then when I get the helmet commissioned, that's $400 from Jordan's Ironic Armory. And then the new metal shield for the show, because I will not be taking this one. I'm going to have the other one adhesive and magnetically attached to my back strap.
Oh, shit.
It'll be magnetically detachable. That'll be $90. And so, yeah, it's about a $1,500 build. But, dude, it's fucking cool and worth it. Oh, and then I'm doing the upgrade for the shoulder bells and the chest plates. There's an aftermarket build for that, for the actual shaped and sculpted chest armor that will go over that, and the shoulder bells, and that's also $400. So, but I ain't doing all that for this upcoming show. I'm going to be building that excess shit onto it afterwards. But man, that was so worth the wait. I got lucky, dude. That came today half an hour after this arrived. So I was like, bro, yay. It's like Amazon Day.
And I'll be watching Superman with a couple of friends on Wednesday.
Oh, dude, good.
It was amazing.
Yeah, from what I've heard, I'm just like, wait, so he's proved that you can make a good DC movie that involves color?
Yeah,
what?
Because James Gunn is actually a fan of comic books and Zack Snyder isn't. But what do you call it? I will tell you there are 2 after credit scenes, just so you know.
Okay.
So make sure you don't leave the theater early.
We never really do, honestly.
Never.
We're ready. You guys ready?
Yeah.
All right. You want a sound check, or did you already get the sound check?
I already got it. We're good to go. Everything sounds good. Everyone sounds lovely.
And you already checked on the socials?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure, because I was about to. All right.
Yeah, no. We're good. We're good to go, y'all.
Now let's do this shit.
What is up, everybody? What is going on? Welcome back to the Snug Wrestling Podcast. My name is Edgar. I am your host, and I'm feeling refreshed. I'm feeling better after this long fucking weekend of professional wrestling. And Monday started off regular. You know, I didn't have to watch any wrestling until later on in the day, so I took a nice little break. And now we're back again to go over a crazy Monday Night Raw, I gotta say. And of course, to help me like always, a full squad is back with me. Mr. Blood, Tommy, and Toxic is back once again. What's up, fellas? Welcome back. How y'all doing?
Doing great, man. Sound off in the comments. Show some love to our fearless leader, Snug, who watched over 12 hours of professional wrestling from Saturday and Sunday alone, not including coming off of Friday Night SmackDown. The man woke up, went into the Great American Bash and All In, and then Main Event, and then Evolution. So show some love for the dedication for Edgar here at Snug Wrestling. 4 letters, 1 word. Yeet.
I'm very, very much appreciate that. However, if anyone deserves to get praise and flowers is mostly Toxic for being here. We're not going to get into the personal issues, but he's been going through it. And despite everything, he said, I'm down to hang out and record with you guys. So shout out to Toxic. Show Toxic some love because he's here with us. He wasn't able to be with us over the weekend, but He's
one
here,
time
y'all.
for the one time for toxic. 4 letters, 1 word. Yeet.
Well, you guys, it is Monday Night Raw time, and I mean, at least I thought it was Monday Night Raw, but it felt like Evolution all over again because we had 4 matches. 3 of them were women's matches again. So, Evolution, there were 7 matches on the card. Plus 3. That means I've watched 10 total wrestling matches, all women's matches in a row. And normally, we're going to get into it, but normally I don't mind the women's matches. Most of them are really good. But if you're going to give me 10 women's matches to watch, and the very last one is Nikki fucking Bella, that's when I'm like, all right, that's where I draw the line. I can't fucking do it. But it's only right that we start off talking about Evolution because it was aftermath of Evolution. And it was more women's matches. But before we get started on the Monday Night Raw review, we talked about how Evolution, should this be a thing that we should get every single year? So let's start with that, you guys. Do you guys want to see an Evolution PLE moving forward every year now?
I think we kind of answered this last night as well on the review of the Evolution PLE. By the way, if you haven't seen the review, get it wherever you get your podcast on Apple and Spotify, and make sure to follow us on all socials, and you can get the links to those on those socials. But as far as it is concerned with an annual thing, one thing I said last night in the review I think still needs to ring true. I literally said that after that show, I felt angry that we had not gotten this every year since the first Evolution. Because the first Evolution, I believe, if I remember correctly, was 2018. So as far as I am considered, or as far as I am concerned, waiting 7 freaking years to let these girls go out there and absolutely smash it in every conceivable way, I think it is a travesty that we can have fucking Crown Jewel and we can have another pay-per-view in Saudi. How do we get 2 Saudi PLEs twice a year? But these ladies had to wait 7 years, okay, to get this. And most Saudi shows are dog shit, okay? Half the time they suck. It's only very rarely that they're good, because to me, Saudi shows have always been like Saturday Night's Main Event, but on steroids. To me, they're just extra glorified house shows. These women last night went out there and, in my opinion, had what I would consider a WrestleMania for women's wrestling. So as far as it's concerned, I think it's undoubtedly and emphatically, yes, these women should have an annual PLE to showcase. And I think that they need to also open the door up with this, where Evolution isn't just about all WWE women. It should be also about including women from other promotions like TNA or New Japan or things like that, like the Mae Young Classic does, where it's all inclusive for women everywhere. Because this was not only important, but it was smashing. And I say that knowing that arena wasn't even sold out last night, but god damn, did it feel like a sold out show.
I say, yeah, even if you have to move it like some other time in the card, because SummerSlam's going to be 2 nights now, and if you're going to keep it in the same spot, then what I'm about to say would get a little bit too much. I say make it 2 nights. If you like, for what Blood said, I think that they should have other promotions in it. Hell, even AEW. Have AEW, WWE, NXT, AAA, TNA, New Japan. I would be down with all of that. Even if you like make it 2 nights or just one massive PLE, I'd be fine with that.
There is one comment in the actual post itself when you posted this, Snug, that I absolutely agree with. Yes, make this a yearly thing, but The problem is there are already too many PLEs already. So there would have to be some cuts. Like, which ones would need to be cut? Would we honestly look at it and just go, you can be cut for this? Like, you're fine to not be a thing. Like, there has to be some cuts at that point for it. Because if this is going to end up being a yearly thing, that is a little bit too many PLEs all in a single year. We have already seen what it looks like when Triple H is over here booking himself into a damn corner with how many PLEs within like just the last few months alone. So there would have to be some cuts.
Yeah, that's absolutely why I brought this up, because I made the question on our socials and I got some interesting comments, and everyone is for the Evolution PLE. I'm also bringing this up because Monday Night Raw pretty much started with the aftermath of Evolution, so this does have to do with Monday Night Raw. It seems like everyone's down to see the PLE every year, but mostly everyone here, like, let me read off a couple names really quick. Shout out to Vinny Hughes 007. He says Evolution 2018 was a good tribute to women, but Evolution 2025 solidified the need for an annual show. Best PLE of the weekend, get rid of Saturday night's main event. There was a couple people that said the same thing, like Arrow Man 731. They should take away Saturday night's main event. A lot of people seem to not really be a big fan of Saturday night's main event. I would say get rid of Crown Jewel if we need to make some cuts, because if they have too many PLEs. But yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there. I think I'm gonna start doing these more often, just just to shout out some of the people that are in our comments. I think that'd be pretty cool. So yeah, leave your guys' comments on our posting and we'll read them off on air. So thank you guys for
here's
doing
the problem with taking out Crown Jewel. The fact that they've already created an entire title for it, along with the whole ring thing last year.
Yeah, but we didn't even see it this year. And here's the thing. The whole Saturday night's main event thing, the problem with that, it has two major problems. One, you kill people's interest when you flood it with ads. Because notice how it was flooded with ads because it's simulcast on NBC as well. But the moment that you get Evolution the next night on the same platform, no commercials. So it's like, dude, why do I want to sit through, 3, 4, 5 matches and they're all house shows, but I'm getting more ad time than I feel like some of these matches are even running. The biggest problem with keeping Saturday night's main event is that back in the day when it was a major thing, that they didn't have 12 calendar PLEs a year. Back in the day, they had like 5 or 6 in the 80s. Maybe even, this is actually before the real big boom of PLEs, if I'm actually being honest. So this might be before pay-per-views even were invented, before WWE kind of made them a flagship of sports and entertainment, because WWE is really who started the trend of pay-per-view. So it was different back then. When you flood actual real PLEs throughout the year, and then you throw fucking 3 to 4 Saturday night's main events a year, you are oversaturating for no reason. Too much wrestling is a thing.
All right, let's get into some more wrestling then. The aftermath of Evolution started off with the new... I always forget, like I get mixed up the names of the titles because there's so many. The World's Women's Championship or the Women's World Championship.
It's basically the Women's World Heavyweight Championship.
I don't know if they can call the women heavyweights. They would probably get offended by that.
Well, then it's the Women's World title, and then you have the Women's WWE title.
Yeah, see, Naomi, okay, the new champion. She fucking started off this show, and she surprisingly got a really big pop. Naomi's over now. And I'm still not convinced. Mr. Blood, you've been saying that you've been a fan of this, but now the people seem to be picking up on this and they're running with it now. I don't see it, but I guess good for Naomi. She got a nice little pop, and she still heals on the fans. She's like, nah, 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 nah. You guys weren't feeling me when I was doing the glow thing, but you guys want to feel me now? Okay, whatever. Um, but because she pretty much screwed the main event at Evolution between Io Sky and Rhea Ripley, Naomi is not making any friends with them two. So we had all three of them in the ring, and Adam Pierce comes out. And the whole entire time, I'm thinking, mind you, we're 2 weeks away from SummerSlam. So we're on the road to SummerSlam. They're going to start making the cards. They're making the matches. And I'm seeing these three in the ring, and I'm thinking, please, 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 don't make it a triple threat match. Do not make it a triple threat match. And they made it a triple threat match. Again, we're going to get another triple threat match for another championship. God, how I can't do it anymore. And Naomi at SummerSlam for the Women's World Championship. Thoughts on that?
I know you're getting drowned out by all the multi-person matches, Snug. You're going to flip your shit when you realize not too long after SummerSlam is War Games. but yeah, I don't think you're getting away from this one anytime soon, brother. But yeah, as the only man on this panel who was behind Naomi from the start, especially when she turned heel, I believe she could do it. Tonight kind of solidified, I think, what it is that even I didn't realize what it is that first captures my attention with Naomi, and that is her promos. She actually cuts very good promos, but it's not just her promos, it's her voice. She sounds different than every other woman on the roster. A little bit of Orlando Hood, because Orlando's just 40 minutes up the street from me, about a half hour. So she's a Florida girl. So she's already got my praise. But she's got that slight rasp in the back of her voice. And there's just something about the way she cuts promos in that little bit of hood speak, a little bit of oomph on the end of it, those ebonics. She sounds different than everybody else on the main roster that's cutting promos. She sounds believable. Her promos come across energetic and charismatic and with a lot of personality. And she's finally getting the flowers that I think she deserves. You know, this heel turn is paying off because Triple H didn't try to rush it. He's like, we're going to take our time with it. He didn't just flip the script. You know, it was a mystery built over months of who attacked Jade. Now, everybody had their ideas. I remember immediately going, it's Naomi. Before we even started this panel, we were still running shit on TikTok Live. I was like, it's Naomi, guys. It's Naomi. Because it made sense. And they slow burned her. And now it's paying off. The crowd gave her the reception I feel that she's earned, especially after all these years. When she and Sasha Banks left WWE and forfeited the tag titles and went their separate ways with the company, and she went and reinvented herself. And she went to TNA and she became the Knockout Women's Champion. She proved that she can hang, that she can go out there and she can get a crowd behind her. And when she came back, she had a lot of great fanfare. But as soon as Jade debuted, it's almost like everybody forgot her. So it made sense for her to take the reins back because now we're starting to see Jade as somewhat of a failed experiment in our opinions, right? So to see Naomi get that back and go, okay, y'all wasted all my time and all my character development to build someone who is going nowhere fast. Let me show you exactly why you never should have dropped me in the first place. And tonight kind of solidified that. So hats off to Naomi. As far as the triple threat's concerned, we're going to get it anyway. I had a feeling the moment Naomi came out that I knew we were going to get a triple threat because of what happened last night. It was inconclusive. Although I was hoping for Io v. Rhea one last time at SummerSlam for a conclusive ending. But hey, I'll take what I can get.
I also knew that we were getting a triple threat as soon as I heard Naomi's music. I even said it in my head how I thought it was gonna go. Okay, Naomi's gonna come out, she's gonna talk her shit, and then we're gonna hear "This is my brutality." You get my point. We're gonna hear Rhea's music, and then she's gonna talk some, and then we're gonna hear Io's, and then Adam Pierce is gonna waddle his ass out, say you, triple threat SummerSlam. So yeah, it was kind of predictable.
It was kind of obvious since both of them are pissed at Naomi. So, of course, it was going to be a triple threat. But this is what I will say. I would love to see a laugh battle between Naomi and Liv Morgan because both of their laughs are fucking obnoxious. They're great, they're effective, but they are obnoxious. When it comes to Rhea, I'm excited. I'm a little bit upset that it's not the whole one-on-one thing that we had hoped, the whole Rhea versus Io. I honestly wish that that would have happened. Unfortunately, it is not happening yet. It probably will happen at some point. The sad part is the ending here is obvious. Naomi is not losing that title. She's just not. It's going to be her first defense. You really think they're going to make her lose it on her first defense? It's just not going to happen, unfortunately. As much as I would love to see Rhea with that title again, it's not going to happen. And it hurts to say that because I really, really want Rhea Ripley to hold that title one more time. But I know it's not going to happen, at least not right now. Naomi is most likely going to retain because of the fact that it will be her first title defense. There's no possible way that they're going to have her cash in and then lose her first title defense. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah, literally like 2 weeks later. No, that you bring up a good point there. We got some interesting comments here. This is someone's real name, okay? So don't get on me about this. Fuck it. On YouTube, P Diddy fan says, "Do you want to have Diddy? Do you have baby oil? Right? I use it all at Evolution. Hey." However you guys want to watch wrestling on your own time when you're alone, that's on you guys. Jaquan also says, Snug, may you stream WWE again. Please, I really miss the streams. Thanks, Jaquan. I've already answered that a few times.
No, he's lazy.
They're on Kick, and that's actually accurate, Toxic. And Almighty Banks on Instagram says, make it a cage match, add a little fire to it. I mean, like we said, we still got a couple weeks, so I mean, anything can happen. But yeah, when it comes to Naomi, just really quick, I just want to say, like, to kind of counter what Mr. Blood is saying, I don't think Naomi realizes that they're on Netflix, and she feels like maybe she thinks they're on the Disney Plus stream channel thing because Naomi's so cartoony. She's so fucking like, she's like the evil witch of a fucking Disney movie. Is the vibe that I get from her, like with that laugh and like the way that she does. No, but Mr. Blood is right. She does talk different. She sounds unique. She doesn't sound like every other star on the roster. I'll give her that, but I'm a grown ass man. I'm in my 30s. Like it's so fucking phony to me. I can't get behind it.
She called them bitches, so it can't be that Disney. She was the only one that cussed on the whole show. You know, out of every single one, she's the only one who broke the PG.
I'm not impressed. Anyway, let's move on, you guys. The second match was also a women's match, a tag team match, non-title match. Raquel and Roxanne, the tag team champions, versus the Kabuki Warriors, and this was a match to kind of put the Kabuki Warriors back in that lane to get another title shot. You get a pin over the champions, you deserve a title shot. However, that didn't really happen thanks to Dirty Dominic Mysterio, who was out there causing distractions for the Kabuki Warriors to lose track. Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne took advantage, and this is going to continue that storyline where Raquel and Roxanne build more chemistry, and also Dominic Mysterio's out there ringside cheering them on and helping them get wins. So what did you guys think about this?
Extremely disappointed actually with the full reuniting of the Kabuki Warriors. I really was hoping that Tommy was right and said, hey, maybe it's a one-off for Evolution, that they'll just team them back up. Or sorry, Toxic said it was a one-off. Because like we all agreed, we all want Asuka to be back in the singles division, because I'm tired of seeing her in groups, man. Really, from Kabuki Warriors to Damage Control to teaming with whoever the fuck she was teaming with before she went back to the Kabuki Warriors, then Damage Control again, on injury, Kabuki Warriors. Like, bro, it's been like 5 years of her switching in and out of teams. I haven't seen her wrestle in the singles division since Becky was pregnant and gave her the title after she won Money in the Bank. Like, that was years ago. And honestly, I'm getting a little annoyed. This is a month straight now. I've seen Kairi. As much as I love Kairi and I adore Kairi, I am sick and tired of seeing her verse some combination of Raquel and or Roxanne and or Liv Morgan for a month straight, bro. Like, come on. And now it's going to continue because the bullshit Dom did. Like, it was a fine match. It was good. We already knew who was winning because we've got to keep the relationship between Raquel and Roxanne strong. And I think that's also starting to let the story down, because we know that it's a foregone conclusion that they're trying to maintain the relationship between Roxanne and Raquel until Liv comes back, to further and fully form Liv's complete jealousy and dissension from the group. We know that means they have to keep getting booked strong together in order to build that relationship. So when I see them in matches, I'm not even surprised that they're going to be the ones winning. I'm now expecting them to win, because you can't have Raquel automatically start doubting Roxanne. You need her to keep feeling like Roxanne is working out so they get closer. So I'm just like, can I at least see them in different matches? Because, like, come on, bro. Like, a month straight of the same combinations.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat with Blood. I'm tired of Asuka and Kyrie being in the tag division, constantly being in tag matches. I would rather, and I said this as the Kabuki Warriors music hit, I would rather see Kyrie fighting for a championship, not a tag championship, a singles title. That may be a very huge debate, but I would rather see Kyrie going after a singles title, and so I would at Asuka. I'm tired of seeing both of them in tag teams and in groups. But and again, I just don't see why you have either Kyrie face some combination of Raquel, Liv, Roxanne, just for us to know that they're either gonna win or, surprisingly out of the blue due to a distraction, win. And I thought during this match, you know how when Liv started working her way into the Judgment Day, and getting closer to Dom, I thought we were gonna see that more during this match. Like, oh, maybe Asuka hits Roxanne off of the apron and she falls onto Dom or something like that.
We almost had it. We almost had Asuka being in the singles division. We almost had it. If she would have won Queen of the Ring, we probably would be in a completely different situation here, because she would actually be in the singles division with a guaranteed title shot. I wish she would have won, because with Jade, it feels off with Jade Cargill, because of course it does. But I honestly wish Asuka won, because if she did, we would be in a completely different situation. She would be in the singles division if she won that crown. Unfortunately, Triple H said, hey, you know what? Let's push Jade Cargill instead. All you did was just screw Asuka over, because she is absolutely capable of winning a title on her own. She absolutely is. But the problem is you put her stuck in the tag division. And I look at that and I'm like, no, please put her in the singles division and let her go at it. Please, just finally, for the first time in like 5 years, get gold. She can easily do it on her own.
All right, you guys. We got the latest on Seth Rollins thanks to Paul Heyman in a backstage segment with, I believe it was Jackie Redmond that was trying to interview them. Ask Paul Heyman, what's the update on Seth Rollins? And I remember you guys when we talked about this, you guys were all worried and concerned. Oh my God, we're all fucked. Seth Rollins is going to be out. What are we going to do? The world is over. And I literally said, don't you guys worry. The Money in the Bank briefcase is for 1 year. It's going to be all right, y'all. And that's
Snug.
exactly what Paul...
Kiss the fattest part of my ass.
Nope.
We all know. We all know. And if you'd like to hear the truth, you can again download our review video from Evolution on Apple and Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts, because it was me who actually said, now hold on, the actual briefcase is good for a whole year. And I gave you a couple of different ways they could book this by putting Braun Breaker first right now as a focal point, which it looks like they're doing, after Snug so graciously asked the question, oh, I hope he's not injured. I hope it's work, because what do they do now? All these stories revolve around him in SmackDown and Raw and this and that. And I said, well, hold on, Snug. Let me hold your hand. Let me take your hand. Let me lead you into the ghetto. Take a stroll on Wall Street. And I'll tell you, it's okay. The title shot is for up to a year. And even if they took it away from him and he had to retire tomorrow, they could easily just put the briefcase on Breaker. So it's okay, Snug. Don't worry. Uncle Blood is here to save you.
I'll let you live in your fantasy world, Mr. Blood.
I have Tommy as my witness.
No, I'm just
I wasn't
kidding.
even here. I was watching the stream itself.
Yeah, it was Saturday night's main event, not Evolution.
But
I wasn't
even
I was your witness.
here. I was watching the stream itself. Blood did, in fact, say that.
Yeah,
I
that's
can
right.
confirm.
Sorry, guys. Toxic is my witness. But Snug
And I can confirm.
Yeah.
is the fattest part of my ass.
Paul Heyman pretty much said the same thing that Mr. Blood said on our Saturday night's main event review. Like, don't you guys worry about good old Seth Rollins. He's got until July to cash it in. So his injury
June.
now. Is it June? I'm pretty sure Paul Heyman said July.
He said June.
He said June because Money in the Bank was in June.
Okay, so we got until June of next year. So right now, Seth Rollins' injury doesn't really matter. What matters is the now. Seth Rollins will be back, and we ain't got to rush that. So yeah, that was the update on Seth Rollins, and then we go back to the ring for another women's match. And at this point, like, the whole entire show has, like, the first, actually not even the half of the show, like 3/4 of the show was all women. Besides this Paul Heyman interview, we had a backstage segment with Karrion Kross, video package, I should say. But it seemed like everything else, maybe the interview with the New Day, but everything else was women. The matches, the backstage segments, the interview, all women. And at this point, we were talking about a PLE every year, for all women's PLE every year. But at this point, I'm thinking, just give them an entire fucking weekly show. I mean, if they had a weekly show, they have enough talent, they have enough people to pull it off. And I'm seeing it right here. This whole entire Monday Night Raw was all women. But anyway, we go back to the ring. Bayley versus Lyra, number 1 contenders match, Intercontinental Championship, 2 out of 3 falls match. And this was one hell of a match, you guys. Again, the women do it again. After having an incredible night at Evolution, Bayley and Lyra said, hold my stuff. It ain't over yet. We're still in here, and we're still going to continue to have these crazy, crazy matches. and I wasn't sure which way this one was gonna go. I was down to see Bailey win it. Bailey versus Becky Lynch at SummerSlam would have been a great match. Or if it's gonna be Lyra. Lyra looked like she was in trouble. Bailey was working her back. Bailey was being aggressive. Bailey was all over Lyra. Bailey got Lyra in the crippler crossface. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say that. The crossface. And I'm thinking Lyra's done. It's over. It's Bailey. But Lyra counters it. She gets the final fall. Lyra wins 2-1 over Bailey. And we're going to get Lyra versus Becky Lynch at SummerSlam for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Thoughts on that?
So, in a nutshell, as a whole, from where you started to where the match ends, I will say that, yeah, I feel like the majority of the show was women. And I noticed, how rare is it that you got CM Punk in the building and Jey Uso, but you don't have a backstage segment with either of them? And the first time we see them is when they come out in the main event. I thought that was interesting. I kept forgetting all night that they were both even a part of the show because I didn't see them anywhere else. That being said, I think the reason that we got so much women's stuff tonight is because they crammed all the men's division into that gauntlet, basically. So it was like, well, I guess we can give all the women the majority of the show if the men are taking the last almost hour. So as far as concerned, that's what I think. But the match itself, top fucking form. Again, top notch, man. Like, imagine having a full-blown certified fucking 20-ish, 22-ish minute banger last night as an opener. And then before you get the chance to ice your freaking back and, brace your knee back up, you're opening the show with another certifiable freaking banger. Like, that went, again, like 20 minutes. So, because this match went through, like, I think 2 or 3 ad breaks. So, like, I mean, the girls, they're killing it, bro. I don't know how else to put it. Like, as much as Lyra's character annoys the fuck out of me now because of the way they booked her, I think that these two have, because if you remember, their first match was atrocious. We all remember how bad their first match against each other was for the IC title months and months ago. It was just, they were not connecting that night. There was no chemistry between them that night. And you take from that match all the way up to here to now, and you're like, yeah, that first match had to have been an off night because they don't know how to hit the brakes in the best way. I don't like that Lyra won because I am sick and tired of seeing Lyra versus Becky. I have some weird feeling, brother, that this gets turned into a triple threat. I ain't gonna lie to you. Again, a triple threat rematch. But I'm telling you right now, I would have much preferred to see Becky versus Bailey one more time with a conclusive victory without Lyra's dumbass interference. So we can get an actual finish to that. And I thought that's where we were going. And I'm surprised they didn't go that way. Good finish. The cross face. Bailey screwed herself, though. Can't say that Lyra cheated to win. It was clean. Bailey went for that kick off the ropes to roll into another to reinstate the cross face and re-get her grip on it. And that gave, Lyra just enough time to get her knees under herself to stand her up, lift her up into the Nightwing. And 1, 2, 3, it was it. It was great. Great fucking opener.
I keep forgetting I'm wearing my headset. Anyways, this I'm the rematch clause strikes again. Why? I want new people going after the Women's Intercontinental Champion. Hell, Maxine Dupree sitting in catering. Natalia sitting in catering. That's because maybe she's a legend. That's the only reason why Natalia is still here. I want her to go for the title. I want someone new, not just Bailey and Lyra. And yes, I have that feeling that it is turning into a triple threat at SummerSlam. Another fucking rematch. Yay, Snug's favorite. One of those Nightwings Lyra did, or gut wrench powerbomb, whatever you want to call it. It looked like Lyra just dropped Bailey on the back of her neck, and I got scared because I saw Bailey reaching for the back of her neck. That looked scary. Um, I I wasn't interested in this match because why? Why does the rematch clause still exist when you got rid of it? Why?
Yeah, I'm completely with you, Tox. The rematch clause. Why? I have the same problem with main event Jey Uso, which we will get to here in a bit. But yeah, the whole rematch clause. Why the fuck is it here? It's like, please, at this point, I would rather have a regular one-on-one match between Becky and Bayley. We haven't seen that matchup in a hot minute. Let him go. Please. Without Lyra being ringside. Adam Pearce, this is what I want you to do. I want you to go up to the three of them and just go, hey, so it's going to be Becky versus Bayley. Hey, Lyra, you're barred from fucking ringside. So you don't interfere. You are barred. You cannot go out there. That is what I want. I want a full one-on-one match between Becky Lynch and Bayley. Make it happen with no interference. Please.
All right, y'all. Let's go on to match number 10 in a row. The 10th women's match that I've seen since yesterday after Evolution. And the last match is Nikki Bella versus Chelsea Green. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. At this point, I've seen so many women on my screen that I'm like, I need to see some men slapping meat right now. So bad. Pause.
Resume.
Nah, but for real, I'm like, okay, anything but a Nikki Bella match, please.
Big man.
I've never seen it go the other way. Never seen a man see so many women that he's like, I need to see men.
I need to see a men slapping meat match after all of these women. Give it to me. Give me what I want.
You've been married too long. I see women so often. I need to see a man.
Luis Brett says, Snug, did you just say? What did you just say? I said, I need to see some men slapping me on my TV after all these women that I've been seeing in my screen.
Then Snug, I got a solution.
Go watch Game of Thrones, dude.
Snug, I got a solution for you. You might as well just go stand in the mirror and lock yourself in the bathroom, buddy.
Oh, God damn it. Oh,
God. Okay, so let's make our thoughts on this quick for the sake of time. Look.
Wait, I haven't even set it up yet. Hold on. No, slow your roll there, because there's a lot that I got to say about this one, because
go for it.
I love Chelsea Green. She's probably the best person you can pick for Nikki Bella that will make Nikki Bella look really good. However, Chelsea Green can't make miracles, okay? There's only so much Chelsea Green can do. As great as she is, we're talking about Nikki Bella here. They fucked up the finish. Nikki Bella did, I should say. They were just kind of standing there like Nikki Bella was trying to lift Chelsea Green on her shoulders. She didn't know what to do. So Chelsea Green had to like call it on the fly, pretended like she was going to counter it, and had to walk Nikki Bella through her own finisher. And when she hit her finisher, it looked like shit. And I felt bad for Chelsea Green. She did her best here, but this match was not good at all. I'm sorry, but even with, all the extra gaga that was added with the interferences, the Stephanie Vacker thing, we don't need to see any more of Nikki Bella. At least I don't, personally. Now you can go, Mr. Blood.
I think more than anybody on this panel, I have made it excruciatingly and abundantly clear I do not like Nikki Bella, the character. Stephanie Garcia, the person, I'm sure she's a sweetheart. I don't give a fuck about the person because I only know the character. And the character has pissed me off for almost 15 years. I've been watching Nikki Bella, quote unquote, wrestle because that's generous of me, since like 2008. Okay. That's how long I've been seeing her on my WWE TV. Even when the brief stints where she's gone and she breaks up with WWE for like the third time, every like fucking second year they go have a falling out. Here she is again. Like, I mean, I mean, what was it? A year and a half and some change or so ago, she was hosting a show that would directly follow Monday Night Raw on USA. Like, I'm like, dude, I can't get away from you. When Raw ends, there you are. Now I'm watching Raw, and there you are. And my wife was like, you're not interested in this match? I'm like, no, I don't want to see Nikki Bella. And again, I love Chelsea Green. And I felt real bad for that damn near fucking chiropractic adjustment freaking Nikki gave her with that fucking awful looking Rack Attack 2.0. And people harped on me in the comments, by the way, Snug, and we collaborated on that podcast and that clip where I straight up just kind of went in on why I don't like Nikki Bella's character. And all the comments were like, oh, you know, this, oh, that. I'm like, dude, she got over for a couple reasons. Being with John Cena, being on Total Bellas with John Cena and Daniel Bryan, and the Usos on Total Bella, and her breast augmentation, which they made a major part of her character, hence why in her entrance, she rips her shirt open to show off her cleavage, and why her finisher, in case you didn't notice this, is called the Rack Attack. So pardon me, and for those of you who are too young to understand, a woman's rack is a euphemism for her breasts. So in case you didn't know that, now you know, and that's why I don't like Nikki Bella. She has no character. She is a breast augmentation that ripped off all the good parts of John Cena that weren't even really that good parts of many goods of parts of John Cena to begin with. She's a reality star more than she is a wrestler, and I'm sick and tired of the fact that she can just waltz in and take spots because she's a quote-unquote Women's Hall of Famer. Fuck you. How did you go in the Hall of Fame before Michelle McCool, before AJ Lee, huh? How are you in the Hall of Fame before Natalia, of all people? Like Victoria, who's a fan of our podcast. Like, are you kidding me? Victoria should have been in that shit 10 years ago while she was still active in the ring. She deserved to be in that goddamn Hall of Fame. So pardon me. I don't need any more Nikki Bella. And I screamed. I should have recorded my reaction. When she got eliminated last night, I screamed so loud I pissed my wife off because I scared her. I was like, thank you. Yes. Oh my God. And then how dare they make fucking Chelsea Green eat a pin to Nikki Bella? Bullshit.
Blood. Couple things on the last, or not last, but how Nikki's a reality star. You could say that with Jelly Roll, who supposedly is focusing on WWE right now, and Logan Paul, because Logan Paul, he's an influencer. He does more on the side of WWE than actual WWE. And also, how the hell did Donald Trump get in the Hall of Fame? I'm pretty sure he's in the Hall of Fame.
It's because he was a celebrity in a massive storyline, and he's been a major contributor to WWE when Vince McMahon was still an owner. But the difference between Logan Paul and Nikki Bella, brother, Logan Paul can actually wrestle.
Fair. But I thought the match was okay. It's not how Sheamus says it. Banger after banger after. No, it wasn't that tonight. There was bangers, but this one wasn't it. It was okay, in my opinion. I didn't really pay attention to it. That's because I didn't kind of really care, even though I just said that it was okay in the parts that I paid attention to. And I can see the part where Stephanie Becerra comes out for the save, which, by the way, really late. I thought she could have came out a lot sooner, like Jacob Fatu did at Saturday night's main event. I think this is leading to a tag match at SummerSlam. Nikki and Stephanie, and whatever you want to call Chelsea's group, the Green Regime, the Secret Harvest. That sounds like it's some type of some type of an STD. I don't know.
All right, this is what I'm gonna say about this. Best part of it was what happened after the match. The match itself, I didn't give a shit about. I really didn't. But what happened after the match? Honestly, Tox, I think they're doing it earlier than that. I wouldn't be surprised if they pulled that tag match out next week. I really wouldn't be surprised on that. With how it happened, I would not be surprised if they pull that tag out next week. That is what I'm going to say about it, because this match I really did not give a shit about. I really didn't. In fact, the entire match, I wasn't even paying attention. It was after the match that really caught it, because Nikki Bella sucks ass and should not have given shut the fuck up, Toxic. Should not have given Chelsea Green that pin. She should have taken the pin, not given it to her.
All right, you guys. The only match, the men's match of the night, the gauntlet match, was pretty fucking wild. Braun Breaker was really given the spotlight here. He was being built up to this match throughout the show. Paul Heyman was cutting promos for him, saying, he's the future. He's a Steiner, which, by the way, I don't actually think they've said that before on TV. I mean, we all know what family he's from, but I don't think they've actually said it on TV. If they have, I don't remember. But they really highlighted Braun Breaker as, the next one to face Gunther at SummerSlam, which that would have been a great match. But I don't think it's time for Braun Breaker yet, because if it was Braun Breaker, there's no way Braun Breaker's losing. You can't beat Braun Breaker like that at a major show. I think when Braun Breaker finally gets his moment at the main event, at the big times, he has to go over. So I did not really think Braun Breaker was going to win this one. I was actually going with Penta. And I know that sounds crazy, but I'm pretty sure Penta has defeated, or at least has pinned, Braun Breaker in the past. Also, hearing that Penta is going to be competing for the World Heavyweight Championship on house shows led me to believe that maybe they're starting to build up Penta for a title match on TV. I was thinking maybe that's why they were doing these live shows with Penta versus Gunther, so they can have something at SummerSlam. But it wasn't Penta either. Braun Breaker defeated Penta, then LA Knight, and then Jey Uso. And the very last one to come out in the gauntlet match was CM Punk. And CM Punk got the win. So we're going to get CM Punk versus Gunther at SummerSlam, which is also going to be a huge match. But after the match, you guys, Roman Reigns finally decided to show up to work. And the crowd in Alabama, they saw this coming. They seemed like they were chanting for OTC when CM Punk and Jey Uso were getting beat up by Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. And fucking hell, Roman Reigns showed up and he came out for the save. The Tribal Chief is back just in time, a couple weeks before SummerSlam. Such a great moment, such a great ending to Raw. What did you guys think?
Sorry, I was slightly distracted. What do you call it? We're talking the main event with Braun Breaker, the whole shebang. So as far as it's concerned, I think it was a smart move by having Braun run the majority of the gauntlet, 4/5 of the gauntlet, really, to kind of solidify that, hey, this guy is the future. This guy can go. This guy is a machine. This guy is just that damn good, which makes him just that damn dangerous. I will say I felt that if we go by like each encounter, I thought him versus Penta was the weakest, which shocked the hell out of me. And that's because of what we saw from Penta versus Seth Rollins just a week ago. And then to how slow this felt between him and Braun, I legitimately felt like I was bored out of my mind until he pinned Penta. And I don't like saying that because when it comes to Penta, he's fast paced. This was so bogged down. It's like before he pinned Penta, we went through 2 ad breaks. And you can honestly make the argument for Braun, I guess, and say, oh, well, hey, he slowed the pace down so he could go the distance on purpose. That's fine, but that doesn't mean it wasn't boring. As far as concerned, to go to LA Knight was a foregone conclusion to get his ass pinned because he was still nursing the injured ribs. So I feel like they kind of protect him in that way too, because he has been getting attacked for weeks now, and that's fine. But he put up a much better fight than Penta did, and honestly had Braun Breaker on the ropes a little bit. Then you get to Jey Uso, which honestly surprised the crap out of me that Jey did not get anywhere near the level of offense nor the level of fight back that I thought he would. In fact, if I really think about it, I want to say Penta lasted longer than LA Knight did and Jey Uso did. Not together, but individually, which is crazy. But, you can honestly also protect Jey in that loss too, because Bronson Reed got involved and screwed him over because there's no DQ apparently in a gauntlet match, which is funny because I feel like you could just DQ him and then kick him out of the gauntlet match and then just bring CM Punk out. I feel like that was a cop-out to allow them to let Bronson Reed interfere. But then Punk, my dog, my boy, the man I was hoping to God was going to face Gunther at SummerSlam, because we all saw that face-to-face weeks ago and we were like, hey. And they did it, bro. Awesome. But the banger of the evening, after CM Punk is now your number 1 contender for Gunther's World Heavyweight Championship, my brothers, put your wands in the air for your tribal chief, the OTC, Roman Reigns, makes his return in almost 3 months. Next week, it'll be 3 months that he has been gone since the Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania. We were waiting for this, and it sucks that he returned right after Seth might be injured. So now, as soon as Roman's back in the story, Seth is out of the current story. But we did get to see that stare down between Roman and Punk. So that is not over yet. But I think, again, we might be leading into War Games here yet again. But we'll see. It was awesome. Great ending.
For some reason, I don't know why they made Penta and Braun the weakest match. I mean, you put on a banger with him and Seth last week, and then you just it doesn't make sense to me. But I knew Penta was gonna get eliminated like that. I wasn't expecting Breaker to run the gauntlet. I thought LA Knight was gonna eliminate Breaker, and then Jay was gonna LA was gonna eliminate Jay. Shocker, I know. And then Punk versus Knight, which Punk versus Knight sounds like an amazing match to me. It sounds like an amazing match to me. Punk versus LA Knight, Tommy. Okay, shut up.
I said you're not wrong.
Okay, Tommy, shut the frick up. Fuck. And my tribal chief, you finally decide to show up to work. I mean, hell, Punk came to work the same day you did. Great job. But the ending of the gauntlet, I'm thinking that's stopping at SummerSlam first. Obviously, Punk's not going to be in this match prediction. I think it's going to happen because he will go up against Gunther, which I hope Punk takes it. I hope. I think at SummerSlam, we're seeing main event Jey Uso and Roman Reigns versus Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. Give me that match and you can have my money. I am not flying all the way to New Jersey, though. I'm going to sit my ass in Texas.
OTC 1. OTC. 1. Makes no sense. And I hate the fact that the rumors about that was true. Original Tribal Chief 1? Really? That's what you came up with, Triple H? Just keep it with OTC. That's what should have happened. Just keep
YTC.
it. YTC, OTC, he's had both. Shut up, Toxic. But still, why the hell did you put 1 at the end of that? What's next? Was Solo Sikoa the OTC too? Is that what that was?
What about the match, Tommy?
I was just about to
That's
get
the
into
main
that.
focus.
Toxic, shut up. So, the match itself. Great. I love the fact that Braun went the distance. Finally went up against Punk. That was a match I really wanted to see. I really wanted to see Braun Breaker going up against Punk. I wish it was a regular one-on-one match, though. After the match, Braun, what the hell makes you think that you can try to attack Roman freaking Reigns while you can't even stand up yourself? What the hell, dude? You're over here like wobbling around trying to get to Roman the entire time. So it's going to be very interesting to see how that goes. I do think this eventually leads to the Bloodline going head-to-head against Seth Rollins' group at War Games.
Well, right on, fellas. That was Monday Night Raw. We got Roman back. We got a couple matches set for SummerSlam. Overall, another great show, I thought, by the WWE after having a great PLE last night. And this Friday, they also announced that John Cena is going to be on SmackDown. Cody Rhodes is going to be there too. So we're gonna have a great SmackDown, hopefully. And it's 2 hours, so I'm looking forward to that for sure. But with that being said, it's time to get up out of here. Mr. Blood, if you will,
Blood time.
please help us out.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Thank you guys for joining us here on Apple and Spotify or Instagram Live or Facebook Live or wherever you've been getting your podcast or watching this podcast, but you can follow us on Apple and Spotify. Specifically, follow us on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, at Snug Wrestling across the board for all of the handles. And guys, here we are doing our Monday Night Raw review, and we do this on Monday and Fridays after both shows go off the air live. You can join us. And if you like reaction content during the shows, moments after moments happen, WWE's moments, wrestling is about moments, you can go ahead and click on and check our socials because our fearless leader here, Snug, the leader of Snug Wrestling, does live reactions as the shows are happening and then literally seconds later post the clips. So if you like reaction content, that's great for you. He does it for WWE, TNA, and even AEW if you are an AEW fan. But guys, thank you so much for joining us here, and catch us every Thursday night on TikTok Live, where Snug and I go one-on-one on TikTok Live at 9 p.m. Eastern and 6 p.m. Central. And with that being said, stay safe, stay savage, and stay snug. And with that, for the one time,